Hi, welcome to my channel, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Today is the mystery box opening. I got this box in the mail. I don't even know who it's from yet. Oh, I'm so excited. But I'm nervous too because it could be really challenging. So let's get right into it. Oh my gosh, I got the little laser cut icons. I have not been able to find these anywhere. So this is so awesome. I'm super excited about these. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then the word inspire, which I absolutely love. This is so cool. I know there's probably something in here that says who this is from. I will get to it. Oh my gosh, I couldn't find these either. And I am super, super, super excited. And there's more than one. Oh my gosh, thank you. Whoever this is so far, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I can't find this either. Wow, okay, I am beyond excited. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, you know, this person knows me because we all know each other in this group, and I have mentioned things that I haven't been able to find, and clearly they were listening because I can't find these either, and I love these. Oh my gosh. I feel like, seriously, I feel like this is like bigger than Christmas right now. This is already more presents than I did get for Christmas, actually. Wired jute, I can't find this either. Oh my gosh, so far every single thing in this box I have not been able to find. Oh, another house. This is so cool. Oh wow, fabric roses. Okay, I absolutely love these, and I can honestly say I haven't found these either. This is crazy. Okay, oh my gosh. Wow. I really feel like whoever you are reading my mind because I've been looking for these. This is like one of my favorite picks I've seen other people use at the Dollar Tree, and I have never found them. Oh, seriously, I'm super excited. Oh, there's the card. Of course, here I am. It's at the very end. Okay, so let's do the card before we have to do the items that I absolutely have to use, the challenge items. So this says Lisa, that's me. And by the way, I go by Lisa or Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie is my full name, but if you call me Lisa, I'm fine with that too, just so you know. I even have people in my family who just call me Marie, so go figure. All right, so here's the card. It's really pretty. Hi Lisa, it's been fun getting to know you through these collaborations. I hope you have fun with the items I sent and enjoy the extras that I threw in. Blessings, Chantel. Oh, thank you, Chantel. Chantel is from Living Life's Journey, and she is such a sweet, godly woman, and I have really enjoyed getting to know her, and I hope to continue getting to know her. So, oh, thank you so much for these beautiful things. And now to the challenge items. We'll see. The person I sent mine to, I did some really challenging things. You'll see that in this hop. I don't know if she's going to do the same for me, but I'm up for the challenge. Whatever it is, I actually love a good challenge. So let's see, mystery item, and mystery item. So these three that are wrapped, I have to use no matter what. The rest I can use if I want to, but these I have to. So here is mystery item number one. Ooh. I'm a little nervous here. This is Do Small Things with Great Love, and this is a little canvas bag. I can definitely do something with this. This is awesome, and I'm excited because the first one's not scary. Yay, that's gonna be awesome. Mystery item number two, here we go. Oh my gosh, these little cameras. I've seen these and I've never bought one, but I've thought about it because I thought it could be super fun to make something with this, so I'm up for the challenge. Oh, look at the little pug in there. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, and now for the third challenge item. I'm actually nervous because she has been really sweet so far and not really pushed me over the edge here. I love these. Okay, I have like a whole collection of this, so I will not have a problem using this because I have definitely used this for a lot of things. So yay, awesome. I feel like I'm getting away with something because these are like not gonna be that hard to do. Let's get into crafting right now. I'm excited. For this DIY, I'm using this little camera from the Dollar Tree. It is so cute. And I had a couple different ideas, but I ended up landing on the one I'm gonna go with. So I have taken off the little inside part, and I'm gonna use my Kills primer in white, and I'm gonna paint the whole front and sides with this. And actually I'm gonna paint the back too. It'll take a couple coats to cover what was on there already. Once that is finished, I'm going to take my square ruler and I'm going to draw some lines because I'm going to turn this into an old-fashioned looking camera. And now I'm just going to put the circle around the lens in pencil, and this gives me my lines so I know where to paint in black and silver. So I'm just drawing the couple little, like where you would, the part you would look through at the top of the old-fashioned camera. And I started with my Arteza paint marker in black, but I guess it was running out of ink. So I switched to a regular Sharpie marker, and that worked just perfectly for this particular project. So no problem with that whatsoever. As soon as I finish with black, I'm going to grab a silver Arteza paint marker, and that one works perfectly. And I'm loving those markers, actually. They just work so well for painting very detailed type of things. And I'm just kind of drawing out the little extra parts of the camera, things that used to be there in the old days. And then this was the insert that was in the back of the frame, and I am using that black marker, and I'm going to cover the whole thing. I do later go over that with a regular black paint because it just doesn't look quite the same as the other black, and I'm hot gluing it right to the front there. Now I'm going to take a picture frame from the Dollar Tree, take out the inside, and I'm going to paint the entire frame black with my ink chalk paint by Waverly, and that's the color I'm going to use to paint that middle of the lens. That you can tell it just doesn't look like the same color black. So I think it has to do with the fact that I didn't paint that piece white first, so there you go. And now that I finished painting the frame, I'm going to dry it with my little heat tool. And all the things I use that I really love are in my Amazon store, which is linked down below. And here I go, painting that center. And doesn't that just make a difference? Now it all matches and it looks like it should be there. And I used a baby wipe to clean up a little spot that I kind of went over by accident. And that works really good if you catch it right away. And I'm going to take this lid from a paint jar by Waverly that I had already run out of the paint. I cleaned it real good and I painted it all in the ink color as well. Turned it upside down and I'm gluing it onto the front. So now it really looks like a 3D camera lens. And I'm loving how this is turning out. It's just so cute. And there was the little plastic piece that was over that pug in the center of the picture. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it and cutting the circle a little smaller. And then I'm going to stick it right in there and it'll just hold easily, and that way it'll look like there's really glass in the lens. And I'm just touching up any little spots that I might have scratched up as I was moving things around. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deal with the sides. I'm going to paint the side, the bottom, and the other side black, and then the top is going to be silver. And that way it really looks like a camera. Once I'm done painting with the markers, I'm going to take the insert from the picture frame and I'm going to use a glue stick from Dollar Tree, and I am just going to glue it right to the cardboard that was in the picture itself because I want a white background. I'm really liking the idea of black and white and silver on this. Just adds to that kind of vintage look and feel to it. So I'm attaching that right now. And then I'm going to take my little camera and I'm going to figure out how I want to position it. And then I've got this black poly rope from the Dollar Tree in the automotive section. And I'm just figuring out how long I want to make a camera strap. So I made it a little longer so that I could make the top thicker, kind of like the part that sits on your shoulder. So that's what I was doing there. And then I'm hot gluing that down. And then I'm going to hot glue the camera right over those two ends. And then I'm going to position the strap the way that I want it and hot glue all those pieces down. And then that's it. This one will be done. And I think it's really cool. I love the look. I love that it's kind of like an old-fashioned camera. I actually have a camera like this somewhere in my house, but you don't see them that much anymore. So anyway, that's how this one turned out, and turned out to be a really fun one to work with, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like it too. If you'd like to see the person who I sent a mystery box to, I will also have a link for her channel down below, and I'll identify it as this is the person I sent my box to. That way you can see what kind of things I sent somebody. Now all that's left for me to do is to put it in the picture frame and secure the back. And then I can hang this up somewhere in my house. And I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. Today's video is part of a mystery box challenge hop. So what you're going to do is after you watch my video, be sure to leave a comment, and then there'll be a link in my description box to hop on over to the next person, and you'll watch their video, leave a comment, look in their description box for the next hop link, and continue doing that till you come all the way back around to my video. There are actually 3 different groups participating, and there's a $50 cash prize that you can win if you leave a comment on each person's video that's in the hop. And because there's 3 groups, you have a chance to win 3 $50 cash prizes. How fun is that? For this DIY, I used 2 of the challenge items, the mop head and the little canvas bag. And I knew what I was going to make right away. So I cut off the handles on this one, and I'm going to grab that mop head and I'm going to start pulling on one of the strands as hard as I can until I can't pull anymore, and then I'll snip it off. And then I'll go to the other end of that same strand and pull until I can't pull anymore. And that way you get the longest strand off at a time. And I'm going to hot glue them in that little cream space between the red line and the red box, and hot glue it all the way around the box. And once that's done, I'm going to snip off the end and just secure that down with some hot glue. Then I'm going to take some more of that mop head and make a cute little kind of wavy design around this box. And I just think that's going to make this look so cute. I'm putting a dab of hot glue wherever it bends in towards the box that I had already outlined. And then after I do that all the way around the entire square, I will come back and I will then secure the round part of the loop with a dot of hot glue like I'm doing right here. And I'm going to do that in every single one of those until I go all the way around the box. And that way they won't get pulled off, or hopefully they won't get caught on anything. Next, I'm going to take my Arteza paint markers, and I want to tie the colors in together because, you know, this mop head is white and gray. So I'm going to use the silver on the word great, and it just goes on really well. And then I'm going to use the white on all of the other words. And that way I kind of bring all the colors together that are in the mop head, and it kind of goes more with the little canvas bag. And what I'm doing, actually, if I haven't said it already, is I'm making a pillow. I had a pillow that we weren't using anymore, and so I pulled out the stuffing from inside of it, and I just tore it into smaller pieces. That way I could get it into the corners, and I just started stuffing the bag little by little until it was all filled up. And once I have all the stuffing that I want in there, I'm going to pull the 2 edges together on the open end, and I'm going to start hot gluing them right together, right to the edge. So it's a real tight, here I go, right on the very edge, hold it down, and I'm going to move my way all the way down that side until I completely seal that pillow. And it's just that easy. Yes, I could have sewn it, but I didn't feel like setting up my sewing machine, and this is so easy. It's just a throw pillow, so it's not going to take any abuse. And I love how it turned out. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you'll consider joining me on YouTube by hitting the red subscribe button and then turning on the notification bell so you always know when I have a new video coming up. I do all kinds of DIYs in different styles and gardening in the spring and summer. There's something for everyone. I was so excited to get these bamboo cutting boards because I've been wanting to make this for a while. I'm using some of the larger paint stir sticks as well that I think I got them at Lowe's. And I'm going to get my brush wet with some water. I'm just going to spray it down a little bit because I want to water down the antique wax from Waverly because I'm not looking for a hard stain since this already has a stain on it. I just want to try to make it look a little darker because I'm going to be staining the paint stir sticks. And I'm going to use my Titebond glue, which is in my Amazon store, and I'm going to attach 2 of the stir sticks together. I'm also going to add a couple dabs of hot glue so it'll hold now while I'm trying to finish the project. Then I'm going to take those stir sticks and I'm going to place them on the back so that just the handle is sticking up, and I'm just going to hot glue those because it's going to be secure enough with that. And I found these Waverly adhesive stencils at Walmart. I love them. Oh my gosh, it's the only time I've ever not bled in a stencil. And I'm going to use the pineapple, and it just sticks right down, which is wonderful. And you can reuse them too. They're easy to clean. I'm going to use my maize color, which is like a yellow Waverly chalk paint. And I'm just going to dab on with a sponge brush all through the pineapple. And when it comes to the stem of the pineapple, I'm going to use actually an Arteza marker and just kind of dab it in there as well. And then the satisfying part, peeling off the stencil, and look how good it turned out. You guys, that's the best I've ever done. And then I used a baby wipe and cleaned off the stencil, so now it's ready to use again. And I'm going to create these little edging pieces that I'm going to place on the 4 corners, and I'm going to use that maize color and dab it on, and I'm just loving the look. It's just such a nice finished look, and I can't wait to hang this in my kitchen. I've always wanted these little cutting boards with the handles, and they're very expensive. So for this one, I mean, this is nothing. I decided to try to get the handle to match better with the cutting board, and so I added a little bit of the yellow, almost like wiped it on like a stain, and that did kind of help a little bit. I think if I started with the yellow, I would have been better off. And now I'm just putting some Mod Podge over the top to seal it. And then I have this rope from burlapfabric.com, which I will link down below. I love the light color of it, and I am just going to hot glue and wrap it around about 3-4 times. And then I'm going to cut it off at the back, and that'll be, you know, enough of that. And then I'm going to make a little hanger in the back that you can't see on the handle. That way I can hang it in my kitchen, and I just think it's going to be so cute. And my favorite way is to put the rope on with hot glue and then add a little bit of masking tape with some glue underneath it and just trim the sides, and that seems to hold those on really well. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Did you know that I'm on social media? You can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Same name, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie. Come on over and say hi. For this DIY, I'm going to use the other bamboo cutting board, and I'm also going to use 4 of the paint stir sticks, which I'm going to cut down with my miter shears. They're in my Amazon store, great tool. Would have to use a saw otherwise to cut these down. And I'm just marking them so that they'll all be the right size. And I end up with 4 of them, and I'm going to glue 2 together and then the other 2 together. And then I'm going to glue them to each other on the sides, and then I'll get a thicker handle because I'm going to take this bamboo cutting board and I'm going to place it horizontal so it's the long ways across. And now I'm just going to outline where the stir sticks are going to go for the handle, use my Titebond glue again, and then after I spread it on, I'm going to put some hot glue all the way around the edges so I get that fast hold while the Titebond is doing its stuff and drying overnight, and that way I can keep working. And this time I decided to try painting that maize color on the bare stir sticks first to see if that would get me closer, and then do the antique wax over the top of that. Just wipe it on with a little baby wipe. And you know, I actually think that worked better, and I will do that in the future if I use one of these bamboo cutting boards, and it matches better the stain. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And I'm doing the back the same way, put the yellow first and then this wax over the top of it. And now I'm going to do the cutting board just very lightly because I do want to make sure it gets a little bit of that brownish color in there. And now I'm going to get out my stencils again from Waverly, the adhesive ones, and I'm going to take these little palm leaves and I'm going to use my Kills white primer and I'm going to dab that on, and I'm going to put one in the bottom left corner and one in the upper right corner, kind of facing the opposite direction. And then I have another stencil, which is also by Waverly, but they're made out of cardboard, so you really have to be careful. So if you notice, as I'm dabbing, I'm holding down the opposite side with a pencil to make sure that it doesn't bleed. And actually, it worked out pretty well. It's just a little more effort. Take it off, and there's a little break in it, so I just took a little art brush and I filled that in. And I'm going to cover it again with Mod Podge, and I'm going to wrap the rope around just like I did in the other one, and this one's done. And you guys, I love it. And now for one last look. You know what, you guys? This mystery challenge was so fun. I really enjoyed being challenged to make things out of these items that were sent to me. You'll have to let me know what you think. And don't forget, this is a hop. Find a link down in my description box. Hop on over to the next video, but leave a comment on every video so you can be entered in to win the $50 cash prize. And if you choose to go to the other two groups, there'll also be some links in my description box for those. You can win 3 times, so $50 each time you have the opportunity to win. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope you enjoyed this hop as much as I did. Home with Rebecca Jayne is the channel that hosted this hop, and I hope you'll go visit her and give her some love. Her link will be in my description box. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos. It means so much. I will hope to see you in my next video, and please remember that you are a blessing to me.